I'm waiting on. I guess it'll pop up here in a minute, and then I can share it.
All right. I just went live. Um, but also real quick, I know we're live now, but turn your phones down because it's gonna echo. Get our shares in here. Let's see here. There we go. Because it's gonna echo. Ah, see. All right, guys, we are live. We're sitting here hanging out with a couple guys from the Outlaw series and a couple racers and Clay smiling already. What you smiling for?
I'm just happy. That's all I
You
got.
you always seem happy, but I tell
Oh
you,
yeah.
last race might have been 2 races ago. You didn't look happy. You was ready to go home. I don't know what was wrong with you. You looked upset, and I was like thinking to myself, "This is the first time I've ever seen Clay look like this. He's always smiling, happy, running around. I don't know if it's your brother beat you or I don't know what it was,
He
but
did say that was gonna be a rough ride home, didn't he?
I didn't even ride home with him. I rode a different vehicle. I couldn't do it. His head didn't even fit in the door.
So you had to call an Uber, huh?
Yeah, no, I had to force his head through the driver's side door. He could drive his truck home. It was so big. I mean, he was still the first loser. He still got second. He didn't even win.
Oh
It's
man.
kind of like whenever I'm racing with Harper. That I don't care who else is out there on the course, as long as I beat Jed, I'm good to go. And he's been getting me this year. I've been having some issues, so I'm gonna have to step my game up at finals for him.
All right. So I appreciate everybody coming on. We're gonna go over finals a little bit, maybe talk about other things, maybe even talk about 2024 race season for Outlaw. Um, just get everybody caught up on the season. I didn't take a lot of notes. I should have. I should have had plenty of time to do it. So I apologize. But we're just gonna sit around, chit chat. Appreciate all you all for coming on here, and anybody out there watching, if y'all have any questions, uh, let me know, and or let just comment. Somebody, whose plane is that? Is that Rizzo's or Cason's?
I ain't got
That's a
no
semi that just went by right there.
Jed Harper said, "Oh, and that's not working out for you, Brett."
Hey,
God.
how am I gonna be able to see these comments so I can respond to them?
Look on your phone. Look on your phone, and look on the comments.
Oh, I got it. I got you, Jed. All righty. Well, guys, yeah, we're getting ready for Blue Holler this weekend. We've got a few different places to look at. We had the spot lined out, but we're trying to decide. Our focus has been trying to make sure we got some good hills. We're going to hit some bluffs and some hills. I told y'all we'd start the season off easy. We took it easy on the first couple of races, and we've stepped it up. The Morris Mountain, we're expecting to have a little more difficulty than we did, and it turned into a little more of a highway than we expected. This is finals. We finna step up, and we finna hit some rocks and some bluffs this weekend. Kevin's got stuff cleared out. He rolled in there this afternoon with all the equipment. They're expecting a little bit of rain tomorrow, which we hope we get a little bit to help knock some of the dust down. And then we're expecting really good weather for Saturday. We're probably looking at having close to 60 racers at finals, and we've got our raffle going on. So we'll be doing the payouts. And guys, this series, we got T on here. He's leading our Pro-Am sports. We got Clay on here leading UTV. We're trying to get Daniel on here in a little bit, which is our unlimited. But our classes this year for the season points chase are very tight. So you're going to see the guys really having to push it, because coming into finals, 1 or 2 seconds could make the difference in you being at the top of the podium and not showing up at all to be able to stand up there. So
That's right. That's right. Who's sitting in second right now, Clay? I know you know who's on your tail.
I think it's Cooper. I think who's behind me.
And
Yep.
what shirt are you wearing?
Oh, yeah, tell me about it. Out here repping him.
Hey, that's how this rock bouncing family is, though.
That's right.
You know, that's
Yep.
how we do. That's how we do.
Guarantee you, it was like that last race when Jason blew that line on Wes's, man. They ran to my trailer and pulled all the stuff out and had lines rebuilt, had him ready to go. I mean, it's a family event out there. I mean, I've only known Rizzo and T now for I guess 2 years, and we got to the point we talk almost every week and become really close friends. And one thing about our family and all is, you know, that if you have a problem, no matter where you're at, you can get up and hit a post up, and there's going to be somebody in the rock bouncing world that'll be somewhere close to you that can help you out.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's exactly
definitely.
right. Real quick, Fritz said, Rizzo, quit hiding in the shadows.
That's what I do.
Oh Lord.
Hey, can we answer a question from this Russell Hamilton guy?
Yeah.
He wants to know who that handsome short guy is that rides with Brett.
Talking
His
about
name is
Frodo? Little Mr. Baggins.
Yeah, Mr. Frodo Baggins.
But no, guys, we got a tight points chase going on. We'll be doing our payouts for our season points, but then we've also got a huge raffle, guys. We have got a ton of stuff in the raffle. I haven't added up the dollar figures on it, but I'm guessing we've got somewhere around $25,000 to $30,000 worth of raffle items. We've got razor cages, we got tires. Fritz and Rizzo have got a Turbo Hydro 400 transmission that they're donating. We've got recovery stuff, winches, safety gear, fire extinguishers. Then we got stuff for the women. We got air fryers. We got cooking sets. We got all
wait. For women?
Yep.
Ain't wrong with good
Hey,
air
Hey,
I'm
Bub,
fat, bro.
you know who pulls your purse strings?
I'm fat, bro. That's what men do. That's not just for women. I'm putting my dollar in there for air fryer. Shoot.
fryer. Hey, I like to eat.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Mickey Thompson's got a set of 43-inch Pro X's, so we've got a lot of stuff in the raffle. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to a great weekend. Got a good group of guys. I mean, we got one of the season favorites that's coming in is that these Pro-Am guys are really starting to. They're getting to the point that I'm not really sure if we can call them Pro-Ams anymore. Rizzo decided it was getting too much for his back and decided he would rather. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. My screen went blank. I was like, crap. Rizzo decided he wanted to come help out with the crew and all. So Rizzo's if y'all don't know Shane is our Pro-Am expert. So he is the judge to let you know if you can race in Pro-Am.
That's why I was gonna let Rizzo tell everybody who he is and what he's doing with the Outlaw series and why is he hiding in the shadows?
I've always been a back of the bus kind of guy, if you know what I mean. No, I got talked into this last year, and well, we'll just be honest, I sucked at it. So we kept on going, and I love the sport. I love the idea of it. I love the camaraderie. All my best friends are doing it. So, my obvious step was to try to get involved any way I could. So I want to see Pro-Am grow. I want to see it become bigger. And so I contacted Brett and we talked about it, and here we are. Hopefully, we can make it happen.
Rizzo, I think your only problem you had last year is you put Fritz in the passenger seat for that race. And
that was definitely a problem that day. Definitely a problem.
You ripped link arms off and broke all kinds of stuff.
Yes, that was an expensive 35 seconds. But T was right behind me with his expensive 22 seconds. So
Finals was rough last year.
Yes.
That was AOP, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was there for that one. That was actually I had a blast at that event. I had fun.
That was a good creek run. So we're gonna step it up this year. We're gonna have some tough stuff in there. we hope the guys are ready for the season final, and maybe they got some time before their next race to try to get all their stuff repaired.
Since now at the beginning, the Pro-Am class was racing separate hills, and then it got to the point later on in the season where they was racing the same exact hills, right? Wasn't there a couple events that they done the same exact hills? So I'm gonna take it this time for finals, since it's gonna be a little bit more wild. You're gonna have them run separate hills, correct?
Yes, we'll be running different obstacles. So the intent when we did the Pro-Am was try to reach the limits of the Pro-Am and get unlimited to the limits of what the Unlimited is capable of, and get the UTV guys also to their limits. So our intention is to try to. I've got a Jeep, very similar to Rizzo's, something built similar to what T's got, and I try to judge those hills based off of what I feel like is challenging on my Jeep, Old Blue. And then I don't run the UTVs. Those guys always seem to baffle me with what they can put those UTVs up. So our intention with the three classes is to try to max them out. Now, you know, Bub, as well as I do, a lot of these parks where we run at, there's trying to get the room where we got enough for the staging, trying to make sure you got enough room for the spectators, and get challenging hills is a monumental task, trying to put it all into one area. But
and people don't understand that.
Yeah,
people wants to come and complain, oh, they're back in the woods. And yes, I understand from spectator view, but I also understand from, I run an RC series, and I don't want my guys hiking way back in the woods, and I want everything to be up front. But you all have it thousands of times bigger, and it's hard to get everybody in a spot, them able to see and everything else. I really feel sorry for you directors. Y'all have it rough, but everybody, it seems like people just want to complain. And when people start complaining to me, I'm like, just shut up and watch the race. Have fun. Be glad you're there and you're not on the couch,
Yep.
I mean, if I wasn't taking pictures, I'd be there. I don't care if I had to stand 200, 300 yards back. I like the people there, the family, the atmosphere, smelling the fuel come by, I love it all. And so for you people that's watching, spectators, chill out, give these directors a little bit more time. It's getting better and better. Just chill out.
Yeah, well, like at the last couple of races, Rizzo and his wife, and it's our crew that helps out get the events ready. There's about 22 of us that it takes to try to put this race series on. And we're out there all day Thursday and all day Friday with chainsaws and cutting. We're getting ready for Chakalaka. We cut for over 12 hours with chainsaws. There was 5 of us running saws, and we went through over 3 tanks of fuel on every one of those saws, trying to cut trees and get stuff cleared. So, it's a lot of work. The whole weekend's a lot of work, but at the end of it, man, we have a great time. It's when the little kids run up to you like, man, this was awesome. I enjoyed watching it. That's another reason why we don't do the live feed. If you want to get the full experience, you need to be there and watch it. Otherwise, you can just watch the videos and aftermath later on.
Yeah.
You can watch Clay when he gets beat by his brother and stuff like that.
They're never going to be lived down, I don't think. I think they'll forever be brought up by somebody.
All right, Clay, we're going to get back to you here in just a minute. T.
Y'all are fine.
T.
Yeah.
How you doing this year? You enjoying it? You look like you got some competition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I always enjoy it anyway. We've trail rode for years, and this is the second season we decided to start racing. A buddy of ours, Ross Curry, he's the one that got into it the year before we did and talked us all into coming over. And he's like, well, y'all got trail rigs just like us. He said, let's go try it. So we did, and we love it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
We've had I had a pretty good year so far this year. Slipped up a little bit last month, but I'm ready for the finals.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I tell you that much. It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
He jumped into it head first on his first race.
Oh yeah, I did last year.
Yeah, all time.
What happened?
Ripped the whole front tire off of it, and nothing with the C. So.
Oh wow.
He come up out of that creek bed, and he was pigeon-toed.
So do you all know Jeremy Hudson pretty good?
Just met him a couple races ago. I didn't know him before.
Okay, he's got that green Jeep, right?
He had
it.
Sold it.
Okay, so now he's in a buggy, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if any of you all talked to him, see if he's bringing that to finals.
He will not.
He's not coming to finals, but I'm trying to talk him into racing next year.
Okay.
He had stuff going on for finals. He wasn't going to be able to make it either way, is what he told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a company. He's got his annual company get together for everybody.
Something like that.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So when is the drivers list going to come out? When do you all normally post that?
I will post it tonight. I'll have it up on the list. So I've got a bunch of guys signing up, and I'll put the drivers list. I usually try to put it out on Saturday, but I apologize. This past weekend, I had a fishing tournament that I had to do for work. And so I was down in Corpus Christi all weekend long getting that stuff done. So I headed up to Texarkana because I always come up here for a few days early to work from the house here and then head on the race because it's every one of these drives. I guess when I was 315 miles from the house to here, and then I've got another 800 and something miles to get to Blue Holler this weekend. So I'll be rolling out Wednesday night, headed that direction. But I apologize for not getting the deal up, but I'll have the driver's list up tonight. I've got it put on my computer. It's just it's a little time consuming trying to put a little bit of comments with it. And Bub, you know that these Facebook pages turn in, and Rizzo knows it. These Facebook pages turn into a challenge trying to keep it interesting and keep stuff going.
Yeah.
I think Clay pays somebody else to take care of all of his. So.
He does.
No, I wish
He's got daddy's money taking care of that stuff. So.
That's Cody. Yeah, that's Cody. I ain't gonna have no retirement fund for this. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not your daddy's 401k?
No, it's mine. Mine's gone. Mine won't ever be one ever.
Let me read some comments real quick. Jeremy Hudson says, "What's up, guys?" Brian Bebo Watt from Bouncer Life. He lives right down the street from me. He says, "What's up, guys?" Y'all met Bebo? He's a great guy. Great guy.
I believe I have.
Real good guy. But I'm supposed to go and get one of his stocks or something to take to Wizzo. I guess Wizzo is going to be out there at finals. So let's see here. Chad Campbell says, I need to try the Outlaw series. Yeah, come on out. Pamela Dale Croft says T is always ready.
That's my mother.
Russ Hamilton says, I guess he's talking about T going head first. He says literally head first. Dan Carter says, Brett, how do you pick the parks you guys are gonna race?
Well, Dan, we last year we were looking at trying to go to 6 races for 2024, and as we're getting into this, we're looking at trying to do 6 races. The issue is trying to make sure that you're not getting around on a crash up derby weekend. You're trying to figure out what the weather's going to be like in different zones. But the big thing that we try to do is when we're picking the parks, we try to make sure that there's something accessible to the park for the spectators to get to easy. So that if somebody doesn't have a 4-wheel drive or a buggy, they're not having to bum rides or stuff. And then we try to make sure that we've got room for spectators and racers. When you start trying to stack 60 buggies down in there to get staged, it never fails. We look at it like, okay, we're good to go. And then we end up just jam-packed in there. I mean, T and Clay know that it turns into a shuffling deck trying to get buggies in and out and stuff. So our focus is trying to hit the weekends, trying to make sure that we weather-wise, what typical conditions are in that time of season, and then making sure that we got room for the people. I realize we don't always get an A+ on all of those, so we try to balance it out. We're looking, if y'all have got parks that you'd like to see us at, man, shoot the list to me, shoot the items to me. We talked
Windrock.
That's
Last
hard
year-
for you, bub.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes away from me.
Well, last year we started off with 11 parks that wanted us to race at. And when it got down then, we were struggling to get that 5th signed up. So it gets into the park owners are always like, hey, man, y'all come on. Great. We want to do it. And then we're like, okay, here's what we're looking at. Like, oh, we can't do it that month. We got another event or I've got something going on. So we have to start out with probably 10 to 11 parks. I'm going to try to get 6 races in next year because everybody's going, hey, man, we're racing Outlaw. We want to get more events. I'm going to try to do 6. That's what our goal is. I'm guaranteeing 5, but we're going to try to stick it out there and get a 6 race in.
Cool. Heck yeah. That's what I like to hear.
And then trying to do the side-by-side. I know some parks got great places to race, but trying to do the side-by-side event takes up a lot more room to try to get where everybody can see what's going on. Because like, everybody, all the haters are out there and they're going to complain about if they can't see or they don't feel like that you got a good course set up.
Yep. So when do you get with other series? Do you get with other people? How do you do your 2024 schedule so you're not jumping on other people's dates and stuff like that, so you can maximize the number of people you can have at your events? And when is the schedule? When are you preparing to announce the schedule?
I'm planning. I'm trying to get the parks lined out. I was hoping to have something lined out with the parks by finals. I'm not going to quite make that. We should hopefully by November, we'll have next season all lined out. Because a lot of people try to get vacation stuff and try it around. So I try to make sure before the end of the year we've got it done. My target is before Thanksgiving to have our schedule out. And what we try to do, we try to look at what Ultra 4 is racing because we know some of the people go to the. I try to look and see what SRS is doing. I try to look at the different race series because everybody's wanting to run. I try to make sure that we don't get on top of another race series. And this year we actually moved a couple of dates around. Somebody went after we put our schedule out. We had some other series that put races on top of us, and I went ahead and moved them because I don't want to cause problems. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. Everybody wants to have as much opportunity to get seat time. I mean, Clay, he runs a lot of different events, and the whole idea is try to get as much out there and give as many opportunities. We have been focusing our races toward the Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama area because the majority of our racers and spectators are in those areas. So I've been trying to really focus around because the idea, I mean, I don't want to put it out. We had that one race in Texas. I'm from Texas. It was only a 4.5 hour drive for me. We won't do it again. It was too far for everybody else to drive. I think it was about 107 degrees out there and we just about melted down. Yeah. We won't do it. I mean, it was just, I'm not going to make it easy on myself and difficult on everybody else. So my idea is try to make it easy on spectators and racers and make it difficult for me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I appreciate that for sure.
That's what I was about to say. I think people like Clay that races, a bunch of other things, appreciate you looking at everybody's schedules and you trying to do the best for the racers, not for yourself, and people like that. And
yeah, it makes my life a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna read y'all a text I sent to Fritz the other day, and we're working on setting up Sugar Creek next season. He was setting the dates on it. And one thing about getting older, you get more knowledge and then you lose your eyesight. But the reply I hit back to him. I said, hey, we just need to make sure we don't land on a county fair, graduations, crash up derbies, rain, bingo nights, gun shows, car auctions, rodeos, Cub Scout car derbies, high school fundraisers, and everything else. Trying to pick these weekends is an absolute nightmare. Difficult challenge. And it never fails. You're like, oh, man, there's a county fair one county over, and that's where everybody goes to. There's tractor pools going on. So it is a challenge.
Yes. Do you have I know you don't have dates in mind, but do you have parks in mind and set next year?
Our season opener is always at Hawk Pride. So we'll be running Hawk Pride. that's a good park. Everybody has a good time there. We got good viewing. There's places to stay. And one thing also, Bub, that we focus on is trying to make sure that it's accessible with big trucks and stuff, that people can have places to park, and that there's amenities and stuff. So for sure, next year we'll be running Hawk Pride. Sugar Creek's always on the list. We'll be Fritz and Rizzo really help out the series doing a lot, and that's their park. So we will be running there. And we'll
I
be
actually
running.
like that park too.
Oh man, well,
That park was pretty
and
cool.
Me too.
Rizzo, you can probably. We'll let you get here in just a second. Let me go through a little bit more, and I'll let you talk about it because Fritz told me we're going to change it up a little bit again next year. But so we'll have Blue Holler, Sugar Creek, and Hawk Pride. We know for sure. We've got 3 other openings that I'm looking at filling out. I've got several guys. I've had this week. I know we're coming up with finals. I've had 5 different parks reach out to me this week, going, "Hey man, we really like to talk to you." 2 of them I've never even heard of. So I think the parks are starting to see that we come in, we don't leave a mess. We do a little landscape work. We remodel the hillsides and do some stuff, but we come in, there's no drama with our group. We've got a great crew and everybody is respectful and takes care of it. And it's a family deal. I mean, you got kids like Clay out there. We got to be real careful how we deal with them. So
Clay, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. How's your brother?
He's 17.
I bet y'all was hell to raise.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet.
I got a couple comments real quick. Let's see. Kyle Risley says, "Can't wait to see you all." Dan Carter says, "Right on. We definitely appreciate the effort that you guys put into it." Danny Myrick, the not newlywed anymore, but she says, "Can't wait to see you all this weekend." Chad Campbell said, "Throw Arkansas into the mix." Russell Hamilton says, "Hot Springs."
Hot Springs is fun part.
Danny Myrick says, "Wish Stony would allow racing again." Stony's pretty close to them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like half a mile down the road.
what was that, Clay?
Stoney's, I used to trail ride there, and I like Stony. Stony would be a good one, but I don't know when they'll ever be able to do another event.
Yeah, I went years ago there, and
back when it was like 20, probably 16 or 18, when Clyde and them did one event or 2 events there.
Yep, I went. That was back when a buddy of mine, Will Stewart, used to run.
Oh, Batman. Batcave.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, Dan. I was just watching.
I was on the phone with Hot Springs today, so I was actually they've been asking for us, and I know that park. That's my back door. I mean, I know every trail that's on that park, and the key is trying to make sure that we got room to run the side by side events. And I'm trying to, if everybody notices, we try to make it a longer race. Rizzo can get into a little bit of that on Sugar Creek about all the work that goes into it, trying to make sure there's plenty of room and that it's not a 15-second pass.
Yeah.
Hey, Rizzo, real quick, before you discuss that, are you standing?
Yes, I am.
Bro, you need to sit down.
That's what I do. I stand all day.
It's going to be a while. I got a feeling it's going to be a while. All right, go ahead with stuff y'all might have coming up.
Well, we've got our hands on some more property. So technically right now the park will be twice the size as what it was last year. And with any luck, we'll get even more attached to it. But we're trying to do what we can to offer more trail riding, more amenities. Fritz is talking about bringing in maybe some RV sites, stuff like that. We're going to work on a bathhouse. We're going to try to make it something.
So is Fritz eventually going to open up, or is it a park already, or is it?
No, it is not a park, and it will not be opened up like in every weekend thing. Okay. It'll be for events and maybe 2 or 3 rides a year.
Okay.
But not an every weekend thing. Neither one of us have time for that.
I don't blame you at all. Don't blame me at all. All right.
I think Fritz said next year we're going to put some bigger ledges into it, didn't he, Rizzo?
Yeah, we're going to try to cut some ledges in it and make it more interesting. And this year might have been a little too easy, so we got to step it up a little bit.
But the guys did like the opportunity that the lanes were super wide and lots of options for getting up the hill. So
heck yeah. Josh Witt says Brett needs a hat. And let's see, somebody up here. Let me scroll back real quick. Corey Cresswell. He's with the Keene family. He wants to know predictions. So first, Clay. He wants to know predictions. You're gonna put yourself. There you go.
Garth Brooks in the house.
You're gonna put yourself at number 1 for let's say the season and the race. Who do you have at 2 and 3?
At 2 and 3
for the race and then season.
Oh God. There's so much competition. It's so hard to predict that. I don't know.
come on,
That's a hard question to answer there, because
he doesn't want to say his little brother's gonna beat him.
Yeah. It's anybody's game coming out the finals. If I mess up one time, I could blow the points lead. One little hiccup could just take it all away from you so fast with one little mess up.
Yeah.
So come on. Let's hear your predictions.
What it is, he don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So when he comes
let's just say that the points stay like it is, and I think it's Cooper, then Dan, then Cody, and then I think it's Nathan after that. So
that doesn't tell us
anybody in the top 5.
Somebody got their phone on.
So let's just go me, Cooper, then Cody's going to beat Dan. Cody's going to pull out and get 3rd for the season.
Ooh, Dan, I know you watching. You hear that? You hear that, Dan?
He's been talking about it all week, but he's got to beat Dan. So, Dan, I love you, but Cody said he's coming for you.
All right. T, who you got in the Pro-Am class? Same prediction. But you could put yourself at 1 for the race and the season, but who do you have at 2 and 3?
Well, obviously, I hope that I hold on to number 1, but Curry's right. He's right on my heels now. After that last race, he gained on me there. I messed up the last one. I think he gained like 16 points on me. I had a 28-point lead, and he caught up 16 points, so he's only like 12 points away. So, and me and him's been back and forth all year anyway. He's won 2, and I've won 2. And then we've just been flip-flopping. So it's anybody right there, really. And then I think in 3rd right now is Robert's in 3rd.
Yep.
And but the Cody McDonald,
he's come on
this year, and he's come on strong. He is right on Robert's heels. There's just like a couple points between them, and so I'm kind of like Clay. It's anybody's ball game. One little mess up, and anybody could come in there.
Yeah. And it could be something real simple, forget to tighten lug nuts and the wheel comes off. It could be something crazy like that. And yeah.
Bub, I've already lost enough wheels and tires this year. Why do you got to mention that? I think I've busted like 4 already this season. So why do you got to say that?
You know what? You busted 4 out of like 35 races. That's not bad, Clay. How many races have you raced? Honestly, how many courses? How many rounds?
I'm gonna say, I think between like the Outlaw and National Series, I think I've done.
Have you done any other?
I raced Taylor Pickett's race at Summertown when he did that. I can't remember what it was called. The Give Back.
Yeah.
The Give Back race. I did that, and other than that, I don't think I've done any other one outside of a point series race, just because there's been so much happening this beginning of the season. It's been hard to.
See, out of 50 That ain't bad. You only lose 4 tires out of 50 different courses.
I guess when you put it that way, I guess it ain't that bad.
All right. You all got any plans of getting into anything different? Cody or Clay? I done called you Cody. Woo! Clay, you got any plans getting in a bigger buggy? T, you got any plans of getting in a smaller buggy / big bouncer? You all got any plans of doing any of that?
T, go ahead on that.
I don't know really. I've got an old chassis, a bouncer chassis. I bought John Campbell's old chassis back several years ago. I've been gathering parts. I've got pretty much everything. I've got all my shocks, bypasses, SCS, short block, wheels, tires, axles, everything. I just haven't ever put it together. But I don't know. I don't know. And then I thought about putting my truck up for sale after this season and doing something different for Pro-Am next year or going a different route. I'm not sure really.
Okay.
I didn't really build my truck for Pro-Am. Like I said, it was just a trail rig. And so I don't know. There would be a few things I'd like to change up on it. So I don't know. We'll just see how it goes.
Okay, so at first I thought you saying you might be done with it and do something else like Timmy.
No.
You are going to be back racing.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Hopefully. Let's hold him to that.
Hopefully.
Let's hold him to that.
He's just thinking about getting rid of that 22 RE and that Toyota and upgrading
Yeah.
it a little bit.
Hey, what's wrong with the 22 RE? I don't know if y'all seen my post earlier today on my personal page, but parked my Toyota outside and on a trailer, and I live in a subdivision, and so my subdivision has a Facebook page I didn't know nothing about, and this woman gets on there and just lets me have it. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, I'm sorry. And she said rock crawler like it was a bad, horrible, disgusting thing. And I'm like, y'all have no clue.
Well, I can relate to that in so many ways.
Wonderful HOAs.
I don't have one.
We don't have that either, but
yeah, but I was like, well, do what you got to do. I'm going to live my life. You live yours.
That's right. The only way to look at that.
That's right. All right. Let's see here.
Hang on, you gotta give Clay an opportunity. What?
He ain't got to, because I don't. Right as of right now, I'm gonna stick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. I did ask that question. So,
but yeah.
Like I said, but do you want to? Of course. Do you have it in you to be in something like that?
He wants to chase his hero, Cooper.
Have you drove Coop's buggy?
I've honestly never drove a big bouncer, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Never just. I'm pretty content with racing the UTVs right now. Don't get me wrong. It's always been kind of like a dream of mine too, but right now the UTVs, I'm really enjoying racing them.
Of course, you're winning.
Hey, I was losing last year, and I still enjoyed it now.
Jed Harper says, Fritz agreed to a drag strip. Josh Cochran and Jay Storts. I already have big money on it. Is that at Fritz's next race next year?
Well, that came up at the last race, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Uh-oh.
You know how a lot of things come up. But
is this something Brett might have to put on there besides other things going on next year? Drag racing?
We've had some fun drag races, getting out there playing around, getting the timing lights out and having a good time. So we're not opposed to it at all.
All right. Brett, a little bit. Do we have something new next year? A new class or what?
Yep.
What's going on?
Yeah, next season we're going to start a youth class. So 12 and under, 200cc and smaller, side by side. Not going to be running the heels on them, but we're Jerry Gray with Revenge Racing is going to sponsor a youth class. It's 12 and under, 200cc and smaller. We're going to do a little short course, something to get the kids into it and let them So there'll be guaranteed payouts and trophies. So that's something that they can get and have something to carry back to the house and put on the dresser. And we'll have them lit up LED lights. That way they can have their night light, and it'll just be an outlaw.
And they could also take him to school for show and tell. Ain't that right?
Guaranteed.
Ain't that right, Clay?
Yeah. Maybe since Cody finally got him one, he can take his with him next year to his senior year.
Oh man. Oh.
But yeah, we've been trying to I'm trying to do as much as we can and keep it within one day. I don't want to try to split it into 2 days because a lot of people have enough time with as much racing's going on, trying to get days off. So we're focusing on as much as we can do on on Saturdays. We're also looking at, we may have to start, one thing we've been considering, we may end up having to start looking at limiting the number of buggies that sign up. Stuff keeps growing, we may start putting a cap on it. I haven't done that yet, but right now we've been able to keep it all in. But the intention is to get in all of our passes, get our top 10 and top 5 in, and not have to be out there in the middle of the night doing it. So,
well, I agree with that, but also as a spectator, the more racers I get to see, the better off. So, with that being said, Clay, T, and the rest of the drivers ain't gonna like this. But what about starting it earlier? I know it's already a handful trying to get everybody together, early in the morning. But if it keeps growing and growing and growing, me, not as a media guy, but me as a spectator, and that would suck for me too, because I already drive 4, 5, 6 hours every event and drive home after the event. So see, getting up early.
I'm wiping the tears out of my eye for you, bub.
I'm just saying, starting it earlier might.
No, and we'll do that. We'll start it early. I mean, I get up now at 6 o'clock in the morning trying to get everything ready to rock and roll to get going. I don't have a problem starting it earlier. And my hope is to grow it to the point that when I'm having to limit it, I'm limited to 90 buggies. So my intention is to, if I can get that, we'd really like to get that Pro-Am class up to about 15 to 20 buggies. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we've got Mickey Thompson coming on next year. We got some big sponsors wanting to come on next year. I mean, we're really growing this stuff and it's climbing, and our intention is to try to blow it out. We're hoping next year is going to be a big season. And if my goal is to try to get us up to 90 buggies, if I can get up to where we got 90 racers going, then I'm going to start limiting it. And I feel like it's a lofty goal, but I think we can get there. I mean, right now we're already running between 25 and 27 bouncers at almost every race, and we've got 25 to 27 UTV at almost every race. I'd like to get that Pro-Am class up to about 20.
I just seen T's eyes. I seen money in his eyes. That's all I seen.
and everybody knows we're not in this to make money. If I can get more sponsorship, I'm going to raise the payouts. And I think if we raise these payouts, because I'm in this for the fun of it. It's right. A lot of work. I do it for the racers and I do it for the fans because it doesn't put anything in my pocket, but it puts a lot of smiles on kids' faces and a lot of people enjoy it. So the more sponsorship we can get, the higher the payouts will go and the more people we'll draw. So, right. So yeah, when I say limit it, if we limit it to where we've only got 90 racers out there, we got a full day ahead of us.
Yeah.
How would you go about limiting it? I mean, how would you really?
What I was looking at potentially doing, if you're in the top 10, you're guaranteed in it. And then the other guys, what we'd end up doing is when you register to race, you'd be limited on the number of registrants.
Okay. So first come, first serve, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
That's kind of a looking long term. We haven't got anywhere close to that yet, but
right. Rizzo, you staying on board and doing everything next year as well? You said?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yep. Cool deal. Heck yeah. Let's see. Corey Criswell. I'll respond first. Corey says, like at Hawks Pride, it would be awesome if you could run the kids during those lengthy recoveries. From my perspective, if I was in Brett's shoes, director, I would say no, only because of the safety aspect. Because you want all hands on the. If something happens during the recovery, you don't want some of your guys over here trying to put on this race for the kids and something bad happens over here. You want all eyes to be on that recovery. Sucks for spectators. I know. I've been there, but safety is always number one.
Yep.
So if Brett or anybody else wants to respond to Corey's the kids run during recoveries.
No, yeah. Bub, you're exactly right. The kids class, we're going to do it just like we do the others. They're going to split. So we'll probably end up running a kids class, then we'll run UTV, then Pro-Am, then Bouncer, and then the kids will have their second pass. We're going to put them in there right in the mix with everybody. So they're going to be racing as their own class and with everybody else. That'll help. And they won't be running around to help keep them around the area. But yeah, like you said, safety's number one. And whenever there's an accident, we want everybody focused on getting that out. Sometimes some of our difficulty on keeping the focus on the getting the wreck done is trying to keep spectators out of the way.
Yes.
One thing about it is we've got Rizzo, we've got the guys out there. We've got about 12 or 13 people around the course. When drivers get out there and help, they're more familiar with it. When we get spectators that try to get in there, my number one goal is to get the buggy flipped back over, make sure they're safe. Number two goal is to make sure spectators stay behind the ribbons, because we can get in a lot of trouble because those people think they're in there helping, and the worst thing, they're getting in the way and they're causing problems. So
let's not talk about spectators going out on the course trying.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
I don't know if y'all seen last.
No, we're not going to go there. Not on.
Yeah. Man.
If
you know who I'm talking about,
I got ready to rip his arm off of him when I grabbed a hold of him and was trying to push him back to where he needed to be.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Yeah, I think I got back and Rizzo made the comment. He said, "Man, I don't know how you do this. I don't have the patience."
Clay, what's your favorite place that you've ever raced? Any series, any non-series, any place that was an actual race, not trail riding, was an actual race? What place did you like the most? Now we're talking about the simple fact of racing, not where the campground was, not where the porta potties was, just racing.
Most of all the parks I've raced at so far have been really, really nice, and
You sound like a professional. Give me one.
No, I'm trying to think of one and just not sit here and look dumb thinking about it. This year, probably so far, would be Hot Springs in my book, just because how fast the course was that I raced at was Hot Springs.
You hear that, Brett?
And
y'all raced horsepower, didn't you?
Yes, we raced that area. Now, Saturday in the Bounty, I did terrible. Friday, where the Cup class was at, was awesome. Saturday, I flipped. We don't talk about Saturday. That was Hawk Pride was fun. When Brett did the Outlaw opener, that's close for me. That's in my backyard. That's 45 minutes up the road.
So
that was a good event. Huh?
You close to Dex?
Yeah, Dex doesn't. I think he's about an hour and 15 from here.
Oh, okay. All right. What about you, T?
I'm gonna say Fritz's place just because it's 20 minutes from here, for one. But I like those type hills at Fritz's anyway. I like dirt. That's where that's all we got around here. We don't have much rock, so I like loose dirt, steep hills is what I like. So I'm gonna say that terrain is what I like anyway.
Your wildest ride was definitely Hawk.
Do what?
Hawk Pride is definitely your wildest ride this year so far.
Yeah, for sure. Some rocks again. Just coming down, right?
The closest you got to flipping this year was going downhill.
Yeah.
Hey, that's where you got to push it at.
And you can ask T and Clay, and I'll guarantee going downhill fast is to me harder than going uphill because it's a different. I mean,
downhill is just a mind game. It's all
Yep.
downhill is a mind game.
And
Hey,
man, old Wes was screaming
there's
going
some
downhill at
fast,
Chakalaka.
there's some fast downhill drivers. I tell you
Yep.
that. And quick question. I don't know if he's on the list, but any of those Kentucky boys on the list, such as the what's his name, Mathis or Mark Mathis?
Mark hadn't signed up. He raced with us last year. He hadn't raced any this year, so I
I
hadn't.
know he's in Kentucky, so
Yep.
I didn't.
Well,
Him and
a lot of those guys, and part of the reason on some of them on the list, I know a lot of guys that are coming. They haven't registered and signed up, so a lot of them, I don't know for sure they're going to be there until they walk in Saturday morning when we're doing everything, or they roll in Friday night. So it's
right. And another guy I like to see, he's in Kentucky, in which he used to be one of the fastest downhill guys I've ever seen in a UTV. Clay, was you racing back then? You know who I'm talking about? He's from Kentucky.
Travis Skelton?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I never did get to race with old Travis.
Oh, wow. He was a sight to see. I'm telling you, he was. You talking about West coming downhill? Skelton was. He was a man on a mission.
I try to be as fast as I can on a downhill, but it's
Yeah.
all in your mind. It's so hard just to let it go when you already got your nose down and
Yeah.
running 30+ mile an hour down a hill.
whether you're going frontwards or backwards, huh?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. You are one of the top ones that come down fast. That's for dang sure. Let's see. Josh Witt says it's not racing unless you load it up with a track hoe, right?
I'm
I'll
gonna
say that was
disagree with
pointing
that
towards
one.
me.
It's a lot easier loaded with a track on an open trailer, man. Loading them busted up buggies in an enclosed trailer's tough, isn't it, Rizzo?
Yeah, slightly.
Jed Harper, that's the other guy I was wondering if he was going to be there. He's from Kentucky. Jed Harper says Blue Holler is Josh Parrish's home park. Don't count him out. That's the other guy that I was thinking about from Kentucky. Mathis, Travis Skelton, and Josh Parrish. Those guys, they some drivers. They are some drivers. I'm hoping they come out.
Well, y'all get on their Facebook page and give them hell. Make sure they do.
That's right. That's
Josh
right.
Josh always just shows up. You never know when he is.
Yeah. Josh and Mark is they are Bounty Hill drivers. I'm not gonna say racers because I mean they are racers, but man, do they know how to get around a Bounty Hill. Let's see. Jed Harper says, Brett, just know I'm going to the back doctor tomorrow. Unless he tells me if I race, I might not walk. It will be on Saturday.
I postpone the doctor's visit the next week.
Oh,
Hey, they can't give you bad news if you don't go to him.
Very true. Very true.
Holly says, miss seeing Parrish out there. Yeah, I do too. I do too. Russ Hamilton says, Josh Krapinski is going to be a handful for side-by-sides. That's his home park. Hey, Josh, when he showed up, I don't know what race it was. I watched him race. I said, you know what? This cat right here, he's going to be something. He's going to be something to mess with eventually. It's going to, because right off the bat, he was doing awesome. And I was like, well, Clay may have his hands full here next season or two. So
Clay's got his hands full every time he goes to a race. I promise you. Josh is a heck of a driver. Josh has come out this year and really made everybody still keep pushing from the whole list all the way up to first. Josh is a contender all the way around.
He has been on a vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
He is there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So is Brett, you heard if Wes is racing or if Jason's racing?
Don't know.
Don't know yet.
Not sure. No, it's when it comes around to West, you never know. That's a man on a mission. He's been blowing it away this year. So
Yeah.
I know he's got some surgeries planned, and I'm not sure what the dates and all are. And I haven't heard from him this week, so
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him. But
Well, we all seen the post that he's probably gonna end up in Chip McLaughlin's Rufus Racing buggy for Ultra 4. So
I saw that, and that's next week, isn't it?
I will be watching that. Visions, yes.
Yeah, that's
Clay,
next week.
Clay, you going to Visions?
No, I'm not gonna make it out there. Actually,
Okay. There's not too much racing going on for bouncers and hill killing UTVs. Now they got the Ultra 4, and I think they got the what is that Cash does now, the
short course.
short course. I think they got those out there, but I don't think they got too much for hill killing.
Yeah, they got the rally cars that are going to be there too. The mega mud trucks and all that are going to be out there. But the only thing that I think they really got for us would be like UTV knockout racing. I believe is what they got going on out there.
Yeah. Have you been in any of those?
I did the knockout last year at Visions, and it's a whole nother type of racing. They ain't no adrenaline rush like some knockout.
So it's adrenaline rush. What is it like compared to being by yourself solo? Like, are you I'm not gonna say scared, because more than likely you're never scared. But
I promise you, if a guy says he's scared, then he don't even know what's coming. Because when you're lining up beside somebody that I think the payout on that was like $5,000 for first.
dang.
So when you're lined up against somebody, even if it's your buddy sitting there, when that helmet goes on, you know it's all over with when the helmet goes on.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that money as soon as they put the helmet on. I mean, we'll be friends afterwards, no hard feelings, but $5,000 is a good payday for somebody that's doing just knockout racing, in my opinion.
Shoot, yeah. Yeah.
Just knowing that there's somebody beside you. I mean, I got to the final round and me and Paul Wolf raced really hard. And if I remember correctly, I had a passenger tire at his window net, and there's a picture of it, and it's pretty insane just how hidden you are with each other, and you're not even realizing it because you're just trying to get to the top first.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess that's why the adrenaline is a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're not racing yourself, you're racing that person right beside you now too.
Yeah. Yep. Jay Stewart says, "What's up, fellas? Hey Jay, if you're not working, if you're not busy, we'd love to have you on here, chit chat with some of these guys, and some of these people that's watching. They might have some questions for you. So if you want to jump on, let me know." Corey Cresswell, that's with the West Keene team, says Chip has been amazing. Chip has to either start or finish to keep his points. So when they put Chip and Wes are going to swap. So they're going to swap at some point in time in order for Chip to keep his points. I told Chip, I said, listen, in my post, I said that buggy better be ready, because Wes is going to give it his all.
You think?
Y'all know how Wes drives. So yeah, it's gonna be.
When I first saw his post, I thought he said he's going to start, just not sure if he's going to be able to finish something. And it won't be the driver; it'll definitely be the buggy.
Yeah. They better go over that buggy, every single day, because it's gonna, if Wes qualifies and the buggy stays together, they might be in a good buggy.
He puts that rocket ship through a test every time he gets behind the wheel of it.
Hey, Jason was no slouch last race.
And I couldn't. He pinched that power steering line on it, and I just, I'm talking about slammed it hard. It pinched it between the frame and the differential. So it bottomed out plus. So it was
Yeah.
it was flexed out on one side and then it slammed all the way up to pinch that line.
But did you all see the line? It cut it in like 3 different places.
It
I thought it was
was
more than
3
that. I thought
slices.
it blew it all the way up to back to the orbital almost. Is what I thought.
Oh, it might have, but when I went down and talked to them, they said it was 3 different places.
Yeah, it's 3 different slices. He ran to my trailer and got all the stuff, and they got a line built up and got it ready to roll for the next run. So,
Josh Cochran says, going to have them hair dryers turned up this weekend, bringing all the boost.
I'm gonna need it. Hey, I need it, man. I got a little spot here on the side.
He said he's gonna turn them up. Hey, Josh, any of you drivers, if y'all on here, I know most of y'all are shy. If y'all are on here, hey, y'all want to come on? Let me know. I mean, everybody's shy. I mean, look at Clay. He's shy as they can be.
Yeah.
So, T, if you do another buggy, what are we going for? You gonna stay in the Pro-Am? You said you got a tube chassis though. You gonna go to unlimited?
Nah, I probably won't. I mean, I may someday eventually, but I'll probably stick in Pro-Am for now. Get a little more.
Well, you're on the top of it. Why wouldn't you?
Do what?
You're on the top of it. Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, T, since you are planning on running Pro-Am next year, do you plan on doing any Rizzo just left the chat. But do you plan on doing anything to your buggy different? Like different tires, or you gonna put turbo, superchargers? You doing anything different for next year that people should watch out for?
I don't know really. I may go to a bigger tire. I don't know. I'm running a 40-inch tire where everybody else runs a 43. Like I said, when I built it, I wasn't planning on doing this with it, so I just ran a 40. I would like to go a little bit bigger size, and then I've also thought about putting it up for sale for after the final race. See if it sells. If it does, just build a new one this winter. So I don't know.
Okay. All right. Cool deal. We're gonna try to get somebody else on here. I don't know if
What happened to Rizzo?
he lost his internet, he said.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. I just sent somebody a link. I don't know if he's gonna come on or not, but we'll see. He says he talks way too much. But
well, guys, to let y'all know, we got Mickey Thompson coming back on next year. I'm trying to work a deal with them right now for Mickey Thompson tires to be able to get us a promoter type discount for the racers. So I was talking with the director earlier today and said, hey, he said, I got Mickey Thompson's owned by Cooper Tire. Cooper got bought out last year by Goodyear. So there's a lot more paperwork involved in it after Goodyear stepped in. But I know T's been asking me about it, and we're working on some deals. So he sent me a deal and said, hey, man, he said, this may work out better than what we were trying to do before. He said, I got some stuff we're looking at. So Mickey's really stepping up to help us out. I mean, it's a lot of the guys know that I worked for Cooper for 19 years, and I helped work with Mickey Thompson to design the Pro X's, working with them on the compounds and the spacing and the tread designs and stuff. So cool. Spent 4 years working with them to help design that tire. I don't take any credit for the design, but I helped give them what we felt like from trail riding and racing was necessary to make a good tire. So you'll notice they don't lug out like a lot of other tires. They got special compounds in the tires to keep them from chunking and lugging. So I'm trying to see if we can get with them to get some UTV tires out there, get some testing done on some of those Pro X's on UTVs. But I'm not sure those UTV axles are going to handle it. One of those Pro X tires. What do you think about that, Clay?
Like the tire that's like on T's buggy right now.
Yep.
I don't know. There's some really aggressive tires out there. They might be, you average Rhino might not hold up. Who knows? Trail riding, but
ain't that what the kid runs? What's his name? What is it?
Kid.
No, Braden or not Braden?
Brady?
Brady?
Don't he run those?
No, he runs RCVs, I believe.
Yeah.
He used to might have, which
No,
I run
Cutter.
Rhinos trail riding. But
Cutter Wayne.
Cutter?
He had that on lunch money. Those on lunch money.
I feel like they'd hold up to just. I guess it all depends on how much you right foot let it hold out to. I guess.
Depends on if you let off or not.
Speaking of
Yeah.
right foot 'em, you see who just joined the chat?
Get the
He
hair
don't
dryer.
right foot nothing. He's slow.
The guy that ran over my phone during the event.
What's going on?
What are you doing, Josh?
What's happening, Josh?
Oh, just got to the house. Been trying to get this buggy ready.
Oh, is she ready? She lined out?
Oh yeah,
Ooh, nice.
we got her ready.
Heck yeah.
Gonna get up there Friday and get up with Chris and try to do a little shock tuning.
Nice. How far are you from the park?
About 6 hours.
Where are you located at or around?
Prattville, Alabama, right here, about an hour south of Birmingham.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is right. I was talking to you last event.
Hey,
Yep.
Josh, if you don't mind, swing by and grab my trailer. It's over at Brian and Don's because I lost a hub and axle at the last race. You'll swing by and grab my trailer. It'll save me about 300 miles of driving.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little hard to pull that behind the motorhome.
Hey, man, hey, you're a fabricator. I'm sure you can cut a hole in the back, put a hitch back there.
Oh yeah, we hook it to we can hook it to this bumper pull trailer.
Looked like that guy that rolled into Illinois that time that it was pulling a bumper pull, had a camper on the bumper pull with a blazer on the back of it, and then had a gooseneck hooked to the hitch on the back of the blazer.
Yeah. We seen one like that come in AOP one time.
I see stuff out. I work for a food distributor and I'm out of Knoxville, Tennessee, but I go down to Atlanta twice a week. And man, I've seen some crazy people on the interstate, pulling 2, 3. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy for pulling stuff like this. Jed.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna talk for just a second to Jed. So Brett, can you take over and talk about anything? Let me see what Jed wants.
Man, I talk all day long at those races. Josh, what have you done? You said you got the hair dryers turned up. You playing with any? And I know absolutely nothing about them turbos other than you blow air in one and air comes out the other end of it.
Yeah, I ain't done nothing. It's still the same way.
Okay. Thought maybe you're changing pop-off pressures or doing something. I don't think you could twist that thing much tighter, could you?
No, we gotta keep it together. Need to keep all the rods in there.
Well, you got your rev limiter set at?
About 7.
Okay. I got mine set at 7,200.
Yeah, right in there.
I filed some plugs out at Chocolate and it thing was running like first time that buggy's ever had a miss in it. And it was running on about 3 cylinders and running like dog crap. It definitely wasn't sounding as good as T's does. So,
yeah, I just changed the plugs and oil and all that stuff in mine. We went trail riding last weekend up there at Dustin Stubbs. We rode all day Saturday up there.
Talking about Dustin, he had that Jeep. That Jeep was wild looking.
Oh yeah, it had them twins on it. It turned up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's building a new one.
Is he?
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Jed just called me. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to.
Oh man,
who's this guy right here?
What's up?
Y'all know who that guy is?
Hang on, let me get this thing going. There we go.
Oh,
what's going on?
It's old donut. It's old donut.
Look at that guy
here.
Just got in. What are you guys up to?
Just hanging out, talking about finals, and
Heck yeah. Well,
Somebody made the
this old
comment
girl
earlier
ain't
that
ready yet. I got a few things to do. Got a flat tire and everything else, but we'll get her going.
Heck
somebody
yeah.
made the
But
comment
tighten
earlier
up.
that you're not racing if you don't load it with a track hoe.
Wait,
Hey, I've
don't-
done that too much this year.
that's what I was about to say. I was about to say he did that this year already.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So what all you got to do to yours?
Nothing really, just a few things. Change plugs and wash it.
You ain't
Worship.
gonna watch it. That's a lie.
What is? How you worship?
You're
I don't.
worshiping
I
it?
just look at it and spit on it and wipe it off.
I don't even do that.
I'm pretty sure he showed up the last race working on it in the trailer, tightening some bolts, I believe. wasn't
Hey,
it?
we did do that.
Oh,
We've had,
There's no doubt.
we've had to work on it the last 2 or 3 races in the trailer.
Yeah, is that Cochran?
Yeah.
Golly. Hey, don't be telling everybody that. Making me
You
look
need
bad.
to fix it before you bring it. You need to
Our
fix it before you leave
our
the house.
security isn't too good on who
Don't
gets
have
who
time. Got work to do.
Hey, you could always be like, what's the name, and work on it on your way inside an enclosed trailer.
Talking about DC, that's
Yeah,
wild.
DC. Boy, I'd be sicker than crap if I'd done that.
Oh, he would. No doubt.
That'd be rough.
Oh man.
Yes, it would be.
Heather Cochran said this is a fine group of men right here. Yeah, you hear that, Clay?
Yeah, everybody but Daniel.
She called you a man.
Oh, young buck.
Dang. Kenneth Russ Hamilton says Kenneth Moody said you still got a loose bolt.
Hey, tell him we'll get her figured out.
I'm about to say he jacks with you about a loose link arm bolt at every race, doesn't he?
Oh, hey, I told Jay to come on here if he wants. He must be busy. He got on here. And
He's working. He's up in Chicago.
Oh,
What is
wow.
chopping firewood?
Nope, mulch.
Oh,
They're mulching, and then we're all busy. We're trying to get stuff done before spring's over with and everything. So trying to get caught up.
yeah. You messaged
Last minute stuff, and then racing this weekend, and then after that we're heading to Florida. So
That's what
I'm trying to get all my stuff done before we leave.
That's what I was about to say. You said you was heading to Florida. You going on vacation?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh Lord.
there, us and the Davises are heading to Florida for Brandon's birthday. Brandon's birthday Saturday, so we're leaving after the race and going to Florida for his birthday.
Is that a adult thing? Or you
No, kids are going.
Okay.
You want to stop by and pick me up? Can I be a kid?
Huh?
Can I be a kid? Can you stop by and pick me
Yeah,
up?
come on with it.
Where y'all going down there?
Honestly, I don't know. This is a girls' deal.
Oh,
Oh, God.
they plan it all, huh?
Yeah, I'm going with the flow.
Oh, Corey Creswell says Daniel plan a championship vacation.
Well, I hope so, but it's all too close. I don't know what's going to happen.
Boy, it is real close, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm Wes and Brandon and Cooper all right there. So
Yeah.
Well, hey, Dan.
everybody's going to give it their all for the last one. Guarantee you that.
Hey, Donut. You need to answer the same. Go ahead, Jeff.
Do what?
Keep your wits under you. You'll win this championship. I promise you.
I hope so, buddy. But
You will.
I'm gonna let her have it.
I got faith.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Donut, you need to answer the same thing. Bub asked Clay and T what their prediction was for first, second, and third for the race and for the season.
If you put yourself in first, what's your predictions for second and third for the event and the race and the championship?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
For who?
For unlimited.
I'm not saying because I'm not jinxing myself. We're staying out of that. Let's talk about UTVs or something.
No, you've got to answer it. I'm not answering it. You've got to answer it. You can't sis out on this.
I said put yourself in first, so I'm putting you in first. Who comes in second and third?
Well, I hope you're right.
Who comes in second and third?
I don't know. It's going to be close. I
He left.
I bet Wes is racing.
Think so?
I got a feeling he's gonna be racing.
You know, something tells me he might too, because if he's racing,
Because if he's getting an Ultra 4 car in a couple weeks or 2 weeks, Wes is racing. So don't count Wes out.
yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Me and Brett talked earlier, and I said, you know, I don't see Wes being in an Ultra 4 car next week and not being in his bouncer.
In a bouncer, exactly.
So,
I believe he'll be in it this weekend.
Yep, that's what I think too.
Yep.
Yeah, when I saw that post about his Ultra 4, I was pretty sure that he was going to be behind the wheel.
Yeah, guaranteed. I'd almost bet on it.
Daniel, I want to ask you a question to see what you would say. Your buddy or family member, Jay Stewart's, was on a freaking mission in his UTV last race.
Yeah.
So next year, can we see you in a UTV racing in the Outlaw Series?
I mean, I did last year one race actually at Fritz's place, and I think I got 5th or 6th in my stock UTV, but I'm not really into that. I just rather race my bouncer. Honestly, I'm way more comfortable. I'm just there racing the UTV because I'm there on Fridays at the races, you know, so it gives us something to do and have a little fun.
I got you.
Those UTVs don't take the trees as well.
Hey, if you lose me, I got 1% on my phone, just saying.
All right. Well, I'm glad you stopped by.
I just wanted to come in for a little bit, but if you lose me, I literally got 1%. So
okay.
Good talking to you all, you guys.
Hey, good talking to you too. If you got to bounce, go ahead and bounce. And
no, I got just as soon as my phone dies, I'm out. But
okay,
I'll see you all Friday. We'll be in there Friday about 10 or 11.
Safe travels.
Be careful.
Let's do a little riding Friday.
I'm good with that.
Okay,
we got a couple buddies coming in with us and stuff, so we're up to do whatever.
I'm gonna take a lot of them guys from Alabama and stuff are coming up early. I should be there around 10. We're gonna go riding.
We'll be
I think that's about when we'll be there.
Okay, sounds good.
I was talking to Kevin. I think we're expecting over 3,000 spectators this weekend.
Good. That's a good park for it.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
they got food trucks.
Yep. There's 2 different catering companies that are going to be there doing it. He's talking about looking at seeing if he can get some more, but we got a barbecue catering group, and then there's another one. It's on the flyer. I can't remember exactly who they were.
Good, because me and Clay.
Cochran, I can't see you no more. It's dark at your house.
It's getting dark over here.
It's sunny out here still.
Smile, Josh.
Fuck, I lost them.
Oh man, I think his phone just bowed out. He froze up.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, what time are you gonna be up Friday?
We'll be there. We're coming Thursday night.
Oh, you come okay. Well, Aaron had called me, said he wanted to take Pepper riding to see all them caves and stuff. So I told him we'd be over around 10:30.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier. He said they'd be there sometime around between 10 and lunch.
Yeah, because I told him he wanted to go see all them caves and stuff. I told him we'd take him around to see it.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Josh, Heather says it's bedtime here. Does that mean you got to bounce?
Not got dark. Time to go to bed.
Oh, I heard that. Y'all, y'all anything y'all want to say?
We have to get up early around here.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. So
no, Bub, we appreciate you getting everybody together and letting us sit around and chat a little bit, help get the people out there and get the word out. I mean, the thing is, we're sitting here chatting with each other, but just about everybody that's on this call, I chat with them about every week or two anyway. We just don't do it all as a group thing because it's definitely between all of it, it's a family type atmosphere and environment that everybody gets out there and has a good time. Even the kids like Clay get out there and have fun with us.
I'm not that young now. I mean, I am young, but I ain't that bad.
Man, you almost a third of my age.
So what I'm wanting to do is, if any of you all are interested, like I want to get a group of just the UTV guys and to do something like this, so y'all could chat and make fun of each other and all the good stuff. I I had probably 8 UTV drivers on here one day. Clay, I don't think you was on here. Cooper, DC. It was a whole bunch of us. They was clowning on each other. Spencer, Grindstaff, they was changed. I don't know how they was doing it. They was changing their names and writing Clay sucks and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang. But and then T, we're
They're
gonna
more tech savvy than I am. I can't figure none of that out. I ain't that tech savvy on all this stuff.
well, actually what they was doing on their name where you put Clay Casing,
Yeah.
like Spencer would put Cooper Sucks or something like that. So his name would be Cooper Sucks.
That's kids there. You can call them kids.
See, same with you. I want to get some of the Pro-Am guys on and talk more in depth with about the Pro-Am class, and and then Jed and Josh, y'all bouncer guys, get y'all on and just sit around chit chat so people could ask questions. We had a couple good questions tonight, and I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Well, Bub, let's look at setting something up after finals. We'll try to get the guys together and let's set something up after finals. Get on here and chat and just talk about how the season was, and because we've got some stuff where the Outlaw crew's been talking about trying to put some videos and things together to have kind of recaps of some of the bloopers and some of the fun stuff, picking around stuff that wasn't necessarily racing. We're trying to look at putting stuff together, and we'd like to work with you on trying to get it out there on your channel and stuff and see what we can do. But yeah, I mean, it's one thing about it. The guys, I mean, the kids, and we know they always want to talk about their UTVs, but some of us older guys that are on here, our hobby is doing this stuff. I mean, we do it for fun, for racing, but the majority of us work hard so that we can get out there and beat on these rigs and have a good time. And we're all friends, and we like to chat and talk about it. I know some of the wives and girlfriends don't enjoy it as much because they're like, look, do y'all ever do anything else other than talk about those dadgum bugs?
What else is there to talk about?
Yeah,
I agree.
Good point.
what broke last weekend and what you got to fix it for next weekend.
That's right.
Hey T, how many seats you got in that thing?
Just 2.
You got 2. The most of the Pro-Am guys, y'all got 2. They got 2,
except Cody. I think he's got a 187-inch wheelbase. I think it's a 4-seater.
Yeah.
You know what would be awesome? I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but what would be crazy is to get the Pro-Am guys and have them team up, put them both in the rigs together, and have one steer and one use the gas pedals.
Dear Lord.
You know how much fun you would have doing that?
Yeah, I got a 2-seat buggy and I'm out on that one.
Yeah, I'm out on riding.
You wouldn't be riding. You could be steering or giving it gas, so you wouldn't technically be riding, Josh.
That's true.
Yeah. That's Durwood. He rode with me the other year on one of the races. He I don't know. He'll do that again. He said it was a lot different.
Hey, you can ask T what happened to Rizzo whenever Fritz rode with him.
Yeah, it didn't work out good. That's better than Fritz driving, though, I promise. You know about that, Brett.
Yeah.
Fritz said, hey, I'm in on that, Rizzo. Let's see. Chad Campbell says, where can I go to sign up to race and the safety rules?
Go to www.outlawoffroadracing.com.
All right. Cool deal. Josh.
Yeah.
Since you're on here, we seen each other earlier this year at Cable Hill. Uh-oh, he done dropped his phone.
It doesn't look any darker.
And he can't find it because it's dark and he can't see. Josh, you there?
Silence.
I think Heather turned the service off.
She done turned the Wi-Fi off.
She done smacked him in the back of his head and he dropped his phone. Said, get your butt to bed.
Oh,
Jed, What?
Yeah.
What I asked these other guys what their favorite parks was. What's your favorite park to go to that you've ever raced at? Period. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a series. It could be something up north where you live, or anywhere that was an actual race. What is your favorite?
It's not open no more, but I truly enjoyed going to Dirty Turtle.
Okay.
It was good spectator, super steep hills with ledges in, but I loved racing at Dirty Turtle.
Yeah, I like Dirty Turtle too. I like that a lot. Heather Cochran said his battery died. You know what? These guys that talk about they work all day long,
And got dead batteries.
they got dead batteries in their phone. So how they working all day long? They've been on their phone, Facebooking it and TikToking it. Oh, Jed, where you at? Where you live?
I live in the very southern tip of Illinois. I'm like literally 45 minutes. I can be in Kentucky. An hour I can be in St. Louis. Like I could be at Jay Storch's house in less than 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Can I come deer hunting?
I've got a lot of big deer here.
That's the golden triangle, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
But it's like this. I think to go to Blue Hollow from my house, because I run through Kentucky, the parkways, and it takes me about 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Man,
Cool.
must be nice.
Heather Cochran said, "I told y'all it was bedtime." Laugh out loud. Well, we know who wears the pants in that household, don't we? Oh Lord. All right. Let's see here. Let's see.
But T, if you go to 43s, you gonna do a gear swap?
Get on here.
No, probably not.
What are you running at? You got 513s?
Yeah, with a 205, just a 196 to 1.
350.
Yeah,
6 liter.
4.3.
4.3. Dang, just a 4.3.
He got a 22 RE in that thing.
Yep.
Got a pair of them.
2 of them. It's got a built 6.0 in it.
6.0. Okay. Cool. And so Brett, are we gonna see you complete 2 hills? Because I know last race you didn't.
Dang.
Hey, that's the last.
No, I completed both hills last race.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What?
No, it's a race before it's Chakalaka that I
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Wait, I was thinking of Chris. Poor old Chris.
Chris barrel rolled on both of them.
Yeah, he did.
We got to get that man some new shoes.
Definitely. I hope he wins those. I hope he wins those Mickeys.
We're working on trying to help Chris out. He needs some shoes. His high heels are not gripping too well.
Oh Lord. That's true. That's true. Jed, you got an old TC buggy. Are you still loving it?
Oh, absolutely. I love it to death.
When'd you get that?
Oh, let's see. I got it. It'd be October of 21, and I took it to Dirt Nasty to their Hilltop Madness race and got third. Timmy won, Brandon got second, and I got third. First time I never drove it. I loaded it on the trailer, brought it home, started working on it, changed the panels out on it, built some new trailer arms for it because they were really bad shape, and loaded it on the trailer and took it to Dirt Nasty. Never even had no seat time in it at all.
Fell in love, huh?
Yep, I do. I absolutely love that buggy to death.
Now, do you have other buggies in the stable, or you just?
I did have 3. I've got rid of all my. That's the only bouncer I got left. I still got my Razor, and we got a highly modded Jeep.
So you had 3?
I had 3 bouncers at one time. Yes.
Dang, Mr. Brandon Davis over here.
Yeah, my wife said I start cleaning some of these out. One of them went to Idaho. One of them you'll see this weekend because the best friend of the guy that owns Blue Holler bought my old race buggy. And I tried to talk him into racing it because hell, Brett knows I used to beat him in that buggy. But my old buggy is legitimate. It's a good buggy. I mean, it's healthy. It's good Texas speed motor, LS motor based. Fritz transmission behind it. It's all SCS, 40 spline front and rear. It's, Radflow shocks, bypass all four corners, Wizzo tuned the whole buggy. I mean, it's a legit good buggy. And I used to let my best friend Jim race it, and he got a little bit rattled at the SRS race down there at Hawk Pride.
That Burmeister?
No, Jim Pulley.
Pulley, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he used to race it, and I would maintain both the buggies. But
he went back to the street cars.
He got into street cars now.
Uh,
A little safer. His wife, I don't think she liked that video of him backflipping off of Yount's Bounty Hill down there.
That was the last time Tanya's been to one of my races. Is whenever I decided old Cochran had tore his buggy up, and I was going to put a show on for the crowd at in Oklahoma at oh man, I just went blank. Crossbar. Yeah, Crossbar. And
Crossbar.
I come off about 70 foot rolling down it, and she hasn't been back to a race since. She said, my heart can't handle that.
Man. Now is y'all heard any of the northern guys coming down?
Yep.
I think Burmeister's coming.
Jim's coming. Pike's coming. Not Pike. Nick Wright's coming. I think Cody's coming. I haven't talked to him this week. But
Burgess. Is it Burgess?
Yep. Jeremiah. I think Jeremiah's going to be there.
Strauss is coming.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't think he's racing. He just had his hip replaced.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to race, but I think he's going to come down and hang out. He didn't race at the last one because he had just had surgery like 2 days before. But
okay.
But that whole group's supposed to be with us.
Clay just lit up. Look at that.
Like a Christmas.
Like
tree.
he a movie star or something.
Yeah. Turn the lights on out here.
OT's going to have he's going to have his normal crowd with him the whole game.
Yeah. A few more. It's close ones, so there'll be several new ones with us too.
So,
I like that T's truck sitting in the background. Hell, my trailer's already loaded.
It's ready to go.
That's right.
I still got to work on mine.
Oh no, I did all that this weekend. My wife's like, "Are you ever gonna quit working?" I was like, "Nope, I'm gonna have that thing loaded in the trailer by Monday night."
We was at the lake. We spend the weekends on the lake, so I work on it through the week. I just got
mine hadn't come out of the trailer since last race because I had to leave it because I lost the axle. So it's in Georgia.
Now, sorry guys, I'm trying to do something.
Brett, do you need an axle? I got 3 of them laying up in the barn.
Really?
Yeah, they're the one. Dexter replaced all the axles in my new trailer because they said they had a defect in them. But I got 3 of them sitting up there in the barn. Still got the brakes and everything on them.
7,000-pound torsional.
Yep.
Can I buy one of those off of you?
I was going to give you one of them.
Dang.
Man, that would say I was getting ready to. I mean, I've got my truck and trailer out there and was getting ready to load Moody's truck up so that I could go out there and pull the buggy back on the open trailer and leave my trailer empty to run back on 2 axles because I could not get a 3rd axle in time.
No, I got 3 of them sitting up in the barn lot. All 3 7,000-pound torsions.
Man, I would greatly appreciate it.
Look at there.
You're more welcome.
You see how this family rolls, y'all?
Yeah, it is.
Heck yeah. We're gonna have I'm gonna try to get another driver on here. Jeremy Hudson.
Yeah, I'm hating that triple axle trailer. Man, it's so hard on wheels and tires and everything.
Yeah, Josh.
That's my second. Never had a problem with them. The only reason that I replaced these is because Dexter called me and said that there was a bad lot number, and they sent me 3 new axles.
Well, yeah, I'll take you up on that offer, sir.
Yeah, I would too.
I replaced them, so I didn't have to pay for it, so I didn't much.
Well,
I just thought I'd make a trailer later in the date with a hay trailer or something out of them.
If you need me to get one of them out of your way, I will kindly do that for you.
Yep, they're all sitting out there behind the barn. Yeah, any of them you want.
Man, you don't have room in your trailer to throw one in there since you already loaded, do you?
No, I'm trying to think who's going to be. We could maybe get one on Pulley's open trailer. Pulley's bringing his Razor up because he's coming this weekend too.
Okay, man, if you could throw it on that trailer, it would save me from hauling Moody's truck on the trailer out there.
Let me call him tomorrow and see.
Okay.
Or work tomorrow. I think
Yeah,
it'll
just
fit,
holler at me.
I think it'll fit on the bed of his trailer with his razor over the top of it.
Okay.
We had Josh try to come back in here, but on my end, I don't know what it looks like on your all's end. Does it tell you have to accept or turn on the mic and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he was in here, but I couldn't see him because it said has to turn that stuff on. So I guess he was trying to come back in, but he couldn't. So
I'm not very tech savvy either. It took me a minute to figure it out.
yeah, no, you FaceTime me or whatever. I was like, no, wrong one. All right, we got another guy coming in here. Jeremy Hudson. Let's see here.
Oh, there he is.
What's going on?
What's happening?
How you doing? You doing all right?
I'm doing good.
I heard you ain't gonna be at finals.
I will not be at finals.
What is up with that? What's more important?
This thing late.
What's more important?
I guess the company you run.
Ah, okay. All right, we'll give you that. How you been? Where you from?
Right here in Waterloo, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
That's a waste.
There's not a lot of people from South Carolina that races. Actually, I don't think I know anybody from South Carolina. Maybe from North Carolina, but not South Carolina.
You do now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, you recently sold your Jeep and got you a bouncer?
I did, and it wasn't planned that way. To be honest with you, I planned to continue with a full body rig, but sometimes people want to pay for things, and you're willing to let them pay for it. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I don't blame. Now, are you planning on racing anytime next year with this bouncer, or?
Yeah, I'll come out next year. We'll see what happens over the next few months, which we have pretty much winter now. So we'll see what happens. But I thoroughly enjoyed the whole deal. Brett's been super good, and this has been an awesome opportunity with the people that we've met. And, it is like a little family, to be honest with you. And, I plan on doing something. We'll see what happens. If anything, the worst case scenario with this bouncer that I did pick up is it's just a next level of, learning, because this thing is a lot more potential than what I had before. It's rear steer. So we'll see how that works out. But if it all, there's a good chance I could go back before we get to the race. And at the end of the day, if I learned anything, I learned that my rig wasn't quite as capable as the rest of the group, and it's hard to step back once you see these guys out there sending it. It's hard to take that step back. So
Yeah,
a learning experience for me, if nothing else.
yeah. My first time I seen Mr. Croft, I was like, holy shit. Like, this guy, he might be a pro amateur, but this guy's sending it like it's a freaking bouncer. Him and Ross, whoo, man.
Hey, T, tell them Bub ought to come up to the Kwanzaa ride.
Yeah, they need a little trail riding with us.
Yeah, that's all that's about.
I got a Toyota. I can't keep up.
That's what T's driving.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I had a bouncer. I actually built, me and a buddy of mine, Travis Vance. We built my bouncer, but got rid of it years ago. But yeah, so I've been in them. I've been in them before.
Bub, I hate to drop, but I've got some. We've been on here for a bit, and I've got some stuff I've got to get taken care of this evening. Part of it's getting that driver's list out. So,
all right. Well, fellas, I appreciate you all jumping on here.
Yeah, guys, man, we're looking forward. I hope everybody has safe travels this weekend. Looking forward to seeing everybody. And
if y'all ever want to go live for anything, Clay, you and your brother ever want to jump on and talk about, battling it out or whatever. And T, you ever want any of y'all, Jed, any of y'all want to jump on live? Let me know. I mean, I'm just a small little media guy, but I do what I could do, and I'll try to help you all any way I can. So y'all have a safe trip heading to finals.
All righty, guys.
Y'all do the same, and Bub, we appreciate you letting us do this, and Brett for putting on the series. I thank y'all, and me and Cody will definitely get up with you sometime because that would be an interesting conversation. I'll go ahead and tell you.
All right, Jeremy, I appreciate you coming on at the last minute. Jed, appreciate you. Daniel, thank you, sir.
Mr. Hudson, we're gonna miss you this weekend, sir.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hate it, but 2024, let's look forward to it. I'll be there.
Real quick, Jeremy, you said your business kept you from the race. What do you do?
I'm a general manager over a company that decorates and supplies towels. That's what we do. Which Brett, we still need to talk about some beach towels for Outlaw Off-Road.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's seen a T-shirt, but nobody's seen a beach towel with that big-ass logo sitting on the damn sand.
Ah, there you go.
My wife said she'd be up for buying some of them.
Hey,
we working on it. I just
be busy.
we will have them next season, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Bright colors. She said bright colors.
Bright colors.
Beach towels. They got to be bright.
All right, fellas. Well, I appreciate you all.
She doesn't want to get on the camera, so she's over here. When you said beach towel, she was like, "Oh."
All right, God bless y'all.
All right, you too. Y'all stay safe. Safe travels.
Y'all be careful. We'll see you this weekend.
See you guys Friday.
See
y'all.
All right.
Take care. All right, bye-bye.